morning, everybody. Okay, do you know the significance of weeks 3 and week 7 in your fitness and nutrition program? My name is Terrell, and I'm one of the coaches here at Beyond 40. And a long time ago, I'm 52, so it's been like nearly 20 years, when I started in the fitness and nutrition industry, I worked in more of a gym setting where we had a very specific structured 10-week program. And when you signed up to go in there, you got a coach, you were put on a team, you had all the accountability that you needed to be able to reach your goals in the 10 weeks. Now, what we noticed was regardless of all this accountability, all the support that we could give, weeks 3 and week 7 were the weeks that we had the most people that would drop off. We would never see them again. They wouldn't answer phone calls. It didn't matter what we did. They weren't coming back. So the beauty of this was it didn't just happen in a session here and there. This was across the board. In every session, these were the most significant weeks. The only difference that would happen between one session to another would be the number of people that would drop off. So the brilliant thing about noticing this was I was able to get my coaches to address it and get out in front of it, letting their teams know that, hey, guess what? Weeks 3 and week 7 seem to be a mentally tough week for our past students. So just coming into these next couple of weeks, I just want you to pay close attention to, how you're thinking and how you're feeling, and just make coming here your number one priority, right? Now, you fast forward to my coaching job here at Beyond 40, and we have what we call the VIP group, where we host several sessions of challenges a year, and they're anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks long. And the same thing, you have a coach, you have this great environment that is supportive with accountability and all kinds of fun challenges in the challenge that we do, and we have an absolutely great time. I love these challenges. I love to get to know all the people in the group. Anyway, it's very exciting even for me, right, as a coach. And we have noticed the exact same patterns, which blew my mind, because although these people have the exact same commitment as the ones that came into the gym physically, this was a virtual, kind of atmosphere, and we just checked in, and to me, a little bit more accountability because we had checkpoints and honest things you have to do. And so, but again, weeks 3 and week 7, the most people that would just disappear on us, never to be heard from again. And so, again, is great because I was able to get the coaches to address this ahead of time. Just warn them. The main thing I want you to do, show up for your coaching calls, check in for your workouts. Everything that you normally do, I just want you to keep the same patterns and don't skip a day, because this can be a very difficult week mentally. Now, Sean has so inspired me to start 75 Hard because I absolutely loved watching him on his journey. So I jumped into 75 Hard about 4 weeks ago now. Well, last weekend, guess what? I had it. I was done. I was over it. We had gone to the beach to have lunch on Sunday, which I absolutely love, this little restaurant that we go to. And I totally just wanted my soft, hot, fat pretzel, dip it in the cheese, have a glass of wine, look at the amazing scenery that is the Atlantic Ocean, and enjoy my Sunday, which is something that we do often. And so I was done. I was over it. And then you know what? It dawned on me that this was the end of my week 3. And it blew my mind, because knowing this for so many years, that these are the moments where the mental challenge happens, it got me. And I'm telling you, I was done. But you know what? Once that became obvious to me, and I was like, wow. And I even had this conversation with the table because they all had wine. I was the only one with a club soda. Anyway, so we had the conversation at the table on how significant these weeks are. Anyway, so no one is immune to this. And what you realize is that in the first couple of weeks, which I thought would be the hardest, because these are the weeks where you're doing the most changes in your daily activities. But guess what? You're paying a lot of attention to it. You're paying a lot of attention to what you can do and what you can't do, and you're making the changes according to a plan. Well, once these changes have happened, and now I'm doing everything kind of just naturally that I'm supposed to do. There's not as much thought into it, and I'm not trying hard. Now, guess where I am left sitting? Do I want to make these changes part of my life permanently, or am I just going to fight through this until I can get back on my old path? When you're sitting there at week 3 and you can see your 2 very specific paths, this one that got you to where you were, the one you knew you didn't want to be on anymore, which is why you made the commitment that you made, and are you going to fight through it and just wait for the day that you can get back on that? Or are you going to choose that road that you wanted to be on with the results that you wanted to have at the end of it, and the true life-changing moments that take you from where you were to actually where you want to be? Which path do you want to be on? The old path for 75 days will be a struggle because I'm going to fight every urge and just be counting the minutes until I get back on that path. But the new path, that's where the ease lies because I've made the changes. Now it's the commitment to stick to them and get me to the results that I want to have at the end. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, because when you commit to a change, you're going to have an easy time in the beginning because this is where you're doing and you're not doing. But when you come to that fork in your road where you have to decide, am I fighting my way until I can get back to that old path that number 1 did not serve me and number 2 isn't going to get me anywhere ever? Or do I want to allow the ease and allow myself to commit to that change and get me on the path that I really want to be on? This is what I just want you to be ready for. I want you to notice it and be like, wow, this is what she was talking about. This is the minute where it actually gets mentally tough. And when that happens, I want you to decide which path you're going to be on. And don't fight the old path. Relax into the new path. Okay, so I hope this has inspired you, and I hope this is enough of foreshadowing of what potentially will happen when you take a long challenge and try to permanently commit change to your life. We have these moments of mental toughness, and it takes a lot less toughness and hardness when you can see what's happening in front of you and you can just make the choice. Because at the end of that day, what really mattered was that I was sitting with people that I love and that I want to be with. I was looking at the most beautiful scenery, I think, on the planet, and that's what was precious about those moments. It was never going to be the pretzel and the wine. That's part of a definition of myself that I had that doesn't serve me in any way. So just remember, our life's journey is about becoming better and better and better, and we need to look towards that path every single day. So I hope this has inspired you, and I hope this helps you when you get to those forks in the road. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.